Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And though if you are new to my channel, a very big welcome. My name is Tara, and an absolute honor and privilege to have you stop by. So, if you are currently on a roller coaster, or you feel like you're on the roller coaster of all things job hunting, searching for your next ideal job opportunity, this is definitely the video for you. As a personal development coach and also as a previous global recruiter, I definitely have seen the likes of men and women, all different age brackets from all over the world, moving and traversing through a number of different positions within their professional life. And as a previous global recruiter, I had the absolute honor to be able to support men and women in relocating from different parts of the world and actually relocating the candidates and also their families, their loved ones to Australia. So I've certainly had my fair share of supporting men and women. Anywho, if you are on this roller coaster of job hunting, job searching, I understand if you are feeling a level of frustration, a level of maybe you've noticed your level of patience isn't quite there. And you may be questioning or doubting your own ability, especially if you are not receiving any form of communication or a response at the bare minimum, right? And the one thing that I would love to actually ask you and actually pose this question to you is, what are you hoping to achieve, or what are you hoping to receive from this next job opportunity? And the reason I intentionally created this video, because some of the men and women that have recently entered my world in regards to career coaching and mentoring are finding themselves continuously applying for job after job, and there's no response. And though, to be honest with you, I actually don't just put that on the recruiter or the organization. I actually take time to ask my clients, the job opportunity or the job that you've applied for, is that something you truly want? Is that job that you've applied for, does that actually align to the lifestyle you want to live? That job opportunity or that job application you have submitted, does it actually align? And so does this job application or this job that you're hoping to obtain and to receive, is it actually in alignment with how you're growing and how you're choosing to evolve as a person? And the reason I love to ask these questions to my clients is because as we grow personally, as we grow in our career, there's certain things in your career that you may have noticed that you can do literally with your eyes closed. Some of you may be staying in jobs right now because that's all you've ever known, and you've been telling yourself that's all you can do. When in reality, you get to shift, you get to pivot, you get to change the direction of your professional career at any moment. And so the job applications you've submitted, are they truly jobs you want to be in? You've been on this roller coaster ride of job hunting. You may be on LinkedIn, you may be on previous other job platforms. And though the jobs that you're applying for, are they truly ones that, are these jobs really aligned to what your values are? And if you don't know what your values are, let yourself start there. Stop applying for these job applications. Stop submitting these job applications and bring it back down to basics. Basics, I like to focus on two things. What is it that you actually want to do in your career? That you want to do in your career? Not your mom, not your dad, not your husband, not your wife. Because as you know, ladies and gents, and I know I don't need to tell you this, that when it comes to your career, you are the one that has to get up out of bed. You are the one that has to exchange that level of energy, the level of mental capacity that you have to use when you're in your working environment. It comes down to you. So the first question you can ask yourself, which I believe will help you to be able to decide, is this job that I'm about to apply for really for me? Is it something I really want to do? So question number one is, what do I want to do in my professional life? What job do I actually want in my career? What do I want to do with my time? So that's question one as such. And question number two is, what are your values, in a sense of what is important to you in your career? What's important to you in your working environment? So say, for example, you're a electrician, you're a field engineer. And though you may have been working away from home and you may be working on a remote site as such, on a mining project, on a construction site, on an oil and gas rig, as I'm just giving examples here, right? And you may have been doing that for many years. Though the person you are today, the version you are today, has actually had enough of working in that environment. Though of course you still want to be able to utilize your professional experience. So you don't want that to go to waste as such. So now your values have shifted. In the past, you did not mind going out into the field, being away from home as such, being away from your loved ones and your home environment. Though who you are today and the way that you want your life to actually travel and the way that you want to live your life is changing. And it's normal for us to change. It's absolutely normal for us to evolve as people, including in our career. So your requirements in regards to your working environment may have shifted. So you may no longer want to work in the field as a field engineer. And though I know as a recruiter, you can utilize those experiences out in the field and utilize them within a corporate office as such. So you're coming back into the city. So when it comes to your values, what's important to you in your career? What's important to you in your working environment? Like, you no longer want to work in the field, you want to be in the office. Okay, make sure you write that down. 2, maybe you just want to work either full-time or part-time. So the roles that you're applying for, are they aligned to what's important to you? Maybe you want to work only night shift and the position that you've applied for is only a day shift role. So here's the thing is when you actually truly know what you want and what's important to you in your career, your job searching journey becomes a lot easier. It doesn't feel so heavy, doesn't feel so draining. And that level of frustration that you may be feeling right now, it won't be there, or it won't be there as much, because you're creating a sense of clarity around what it is that you want to do and what is actually important to you, even down to your annual compensation, your remuneration package. If you truly want, for example, $150,000 per year plus superannuation, and then you're applying for a position at $90,000 a year, do you think that's actually going to satisfy you? Initially, you've already sent this negative energy towards a job application because you know that you don't want it. This job is actually paying you less, $30,000 less, which is a huge amount of money, right? So allow yourself to just pause for a moment, stop applying for jobs, stop sending your resume out, and become honest with yourself. Really get really honest, like radically honest with yourself. What is it that you want to do in your career? What job do you actually want to do? A job that's going to get you out of bed because you're going to feel excited and invigorated and liberated. And you're like, yes, I am going to a working environment. I'm going to a job that I actually love and enjoy, that lights me up from the inside out. Not dreading to get out of bed when your alarm clock goes off in the morning because you're going to a job to try and please your loved ones. This is where, in a working environment, so many people speak about leadership. So many people speak about management. Though, ladies and gents, no matter if you are in a leadership role now, or if you're applying for a leadership role, or you're not, leadership can also come back down to self-leadership. And it's about you trusting yourself to be able to lead yourself in a way in your professional life that actually fulfills you. That you get to wake up each day because you're excited to go to your working environment. You're excited to share your knowledge and your wisdom and your resources. And that you finish at the end of the day feeling revitalized, feeling so proud of the value that you've added to the organization that you work for. It's about you taking that level of self-leadership and you leading yourself in your professional career, you being radically clear with yourself in regards to what it is that you want to do, what's important to you in your career. And when you do those two things, you will notice that you'll start making different decisions. It might actually amplify your level of drive and motivation to start applying for different opportunities. It might actually shift something inside you in a sense of, whew, it might even bring up a few emotions, and that's absolutely okay. The one thing that I know for sure, especially a person who never used to trust herself, a past version of me, is that when you get to a stage, and I know you can, and I know that it's there within you, that when you believe in yourself and when you trust yourself, you can make really powerful and radical changes in every aspect of your life, not just your career. You'll actually get to a stage, and this is one thing that I truly pray for each man and lady that is here on planet Earth, is to be able to stand in your power, to be able to stand in your power and trust yourself, to make new decisions, to be so confident in the decisions that you make. Yes, for your career, but also for how you want to feel as a person. Because as you know, you actually utilize so much of your time and your energy in your working environment. So wouldn't it be a better feeling for you to be in a job or a career that you actually want to be in? Life is so precious. Life can be so short. Let's not take it for granted. And a few things to ensure that we don't do is don't waste your knowledge and your experience being in a job that you don't want to be in. Most importantly, don't waste your energy and your time. And one thing that I know for sure is that when you actually fully believe in yourself and you trust yourself, you will honestly create different pathways for yourself that will actually allow you to feel this elevated level of self-confidence, self-belief, and self-worth, knowing that you're worthy to be in a career / a job that you truly want to be in. Let's just actually reflect on how many organizations are there in the country that you live in, wherever you may be watching this video from. Right now, I'm currently in Bali, Indonesia. So how are you going to choose to utilize and optimize your level of professional experience? What is it that you want to do in your professional life? And what are your values? What's important to you in your career? And one thing that I'm so proud of, as I have transitioned from a global recruiter to starting my own recruitment business, which didn't fulfill me in the end, at the end of the day. And though now being in a space for the last 3 years where I get to help men and women individually rather than organizations as such, and where we focus on rebuilding the person, rebuilding the men and the women out there, in a sense of rebuilding that level of that relationship that you have with yourself, creating a stronger relationship with who you are at the core of you being you. When I say creating a stronger relationship, what I'm speaking about exactly is rebuilding that level of self-belief and that level of self-trust. And when you believe in yourself and when you trust yourself, you will notice that your self-confidence will naturally elevate and will naturally increase, which will then actually give you a beautiful level of energy and confidence and self-trust to make new decisions across all areas of your life. And this is one reason why I have created a really powerful yet transformational 6-month group coaching program. So you and I will work together within a group coaching container, a group coaching program for 6 months. It is a fusion between personal development and professional growth and expansion. And though I know that the more and more I work with men and women as a career mentor, they soon realize that what they wanted in a sense of freedom and stability in a full-time opportunity, they are learning to trust themselves that much that they're going to start their own business and or start a side business or side hustle, whatever the word is. I really don't like the word hustle. Anyway, men and women are really learning how to embody and really wake up to what's important to them. Because as life will life, a lot of us, and I used to do exactly the same, that I would just go through life, this hustle mode, I have to be switched on all the time, I cannot rest, blah, blah, blah. And I put my own values to the side because I was in massive survival mode. When in reality, when you let yourself just pause and stop and get radically clear with yourself in regards to what is it that you want to do. And once you get clear on what is it you want to do in your career and then what your values are, you can actually map that across to every area of your life. And when you believe in yourself and you trust yourself and you back yourself because you're confident within who you are, watch, you will start making really powerful decisions in every aspect of your life. And you'll make these decisions because you trust yourself, and you'll make these decisions because you will back yourself, even if it feels uncomfortable. Just this week alone. What is this? What is the date today? I don't know what the date is. I don't want to lose this recording as I'm recording it right now, so I won't switch off and go to my calendar. Anywho, this week alone, I have made 2 decisions that felt really uncomfortable, which actually meant I was having conversations with 2 people that have been in my life for quite some time. And I've decided that we are no longer aligned. So I have decided that they will no longer be in my life. Was it an easy decision to make? No, it wasn't. It was by me making these decisions, they were aligning with what my values are. There's nothing wrong with these people. We're just on different pathways now. And this is what can happen when you trust yourself. This is what can happen when you trust yourself and you back yourself, no matter what, no matter how icky and uncomfortable it may be. And you can also map this across to your professional life. So it comes back down to you getting clear on what is it that you want to do in your career, what are your values, and allow yourself to believe in yourself, to trust yourself. When you do that, you'll notice that you can pivot, you can take a new direction with confidence, with self-trust, and also with ease, because you trust yourself, because you back yourself. If you're ready to actually start your personal development journey and to take your career to the next level, or if you're wondering what it takes for you to rebuild your self-belief, rebuild and strengthen your self-trust to then go and start a business, come and join me inside Create. This is a 6-month group coaching program. We start on the 1st of September. So I'll leave the registration link below. So it's for the men and the women who are ready to create a more stronger, loving, and respectful relationship with themselves. It is for the men and the women who are ready to create a professional career and a lifestyle or a business that they actually want, whilst utilizing your skills and experiences. It's not about you going out and getting a whole new qualification or going to uni, which you can, of course. Though I'm in a space where I love to empower men and women to embrace their experiences, personally, professionally. Also learn how to fully embody who you are, your lineage, your culture, your heritage, to be able to really embrace and embody who you are at the essence of you being you. No more us going outside of ourselves to try and find the answers. The answers are here. And though as lives, we get so busy, we actually forget how freaking powerful we are. So if you've been feeling this calling, if there's something in you that's saying, you know what, yes, I'm freaking ready for this, just click on the link below, come and join me inside Create. As I mentioned, we start on the 1st of September, and it'll be an absolute honor and privilege to have you a part of this 6-month transformational program. I'm sending you lots of love from Bali, Indonesia, and I look forward to having you a part of the next Create intake. Until next time, lots of love. Talk to you soon.